Hey guys, welcome to another episode from our channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to set up your Angular environment by installing Node.js and the Angular CLI. In this video, I'll be showing how to install specifically Angular 11 on your laptop or operating system using Windows. So this video is supposed to be a prequel for my previous video. I'm going to add a link for it somewhere at the end of the video, or probably somewhere in the description. So in order to install Angular, you're going to have to have Node.js installed along with your Angular CLI that you're going to use in a terminal. So first of all, as a step one, going to search for Node.js. So Node.js is used in order to use the Node package installer. All you have to do is enter the link, first link you see, and then go to the downloads page. So once downloaded, just kind of like skip over for shorter video times. So once that installed, you're gonna have something called Node.js on your system. Then all you have to do is open your IDE. So I use Visual Code. You can use whatever IDE you're comfortable with. So there's a lot of stuff out there, but I prefer to use this one. It also has an integrated terminal that can be used to just use those Angular commands. So once that installed, you can just have your new directory where you would like to have your Angular installed. So in order to have this, we are going to need to install the Angular CLI. Now this is done using the npm commands, which is npm install, or you could just use I, which is shortcut for installing. You're gonna have save to save within your files, and then you're gonna have global actually, and then you're gonna have the Angular at CLI. So once you hit enter, it's gonna install it. Notice I already have it, so we can just skip that. Now you're gonna have to use the ng, which is the command used by the CLI and is also installed by it. So you just use it to create your new Angular application using scaffolding. In some cases, once you install the Angular CLI, you might not be able to use this ng command. So this can just be resolved using this. Going to start menu, then going to environments. Once in environments, you can go to environment variables, then go to path and edit. Here you can see this path. Just add this one. I'm also going to add it to the description somewhere, and then you can just use it right away. So we're going to have ng, is the new command. We're going to name our app. Now it's going to ask us if we would like to have wrapping. Yes, I would like to have Angular wrapping. Yes, I would like to use CSS. So apparently it's installed all the packages, and now I have my new Angular files. So basically I'm gonna just skim through all the files just briefly. I'm gonna have those csconfig JSON and those polyfills installed by default. Also gonna have this git ignore, which is used for source control by using git. And have this angular.json and the package.json, which basically are the most important files in the Angular as a structure. Now this package.json, you're gonna have the scripts where you could add whatever custom scripts you would like to have, also for shorthand. Here we define our ng and our custom command that we can use for npm. Like you could use here a script called build me, and you could just use it as an alias for ngserve, for example. And then you could just be using npm run build me, for example. Also, you're gonna have the dependencies that your project use. Also specify the version that they use. So from here you can define which Angular or whatever dependency version you have on your application. These are also generated by default. You will have this angular.json file, which basically defines what settings you have in your application. For example, what you're gonna name it, what's the output path once you build your project for release. Also with the index file, you can just have a custom index file called me.html, for example. There's also the assets folder, which actually specifies what's your asset folder, because in Angular, once you have an XHR request for images and JS files like resources, they're gonna yield in 404 requests because they're not specified within your assets. So in order to be able to retrieve stuff dynamically within your application, you're gonna have to add them to your assets file. There are also the styles and scripts. Those are two properties which are used for optimization and building your JS files and CSS files in one files. There's also the configurations which you use to set the configurations for your production releases and also for your test releases. You could use file replacements such as environments and probably other files. You could use the source map, which basically defines what you would like to have. If you would like to enable a search by file and folder names within the debugging. Also, there's the budget, which shows errors or warnings on certain thresholds of file sizes. There's also the optimization, which is basically minifying the code to become less for production releases. There are also a bunch of other configurations, just check out by yourself. Our main concern here would be the source, which is the main folder for your application, which hosts the app, the assets where we have images and other stuff. There's also the environment which you could use to replace all your variables. There's also the all-known index.html, which is a normal index.html. You have the app root, which renders the app component, which in turn renders your view. There's also the polyfills main.ts, which is the Angular core, along with style.css. So basically, this is how Angular is set up. All you have to do is to install Node.js. Then you can just install Angular CLI and write on install whatever you'd like from plugins and stuff. Sorry guys, once again, this video is supposed to be a prequel for my previous video. Also, once again, I'm gonna link it at the end of the video. Hope you liked it. Please leave your interesting or creative responses in the comment section below. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel in case you liked it. Also, do not forget to hit the like button and the notifications to get all the latest updates from videos that I upload every once in a while. And that's it. Thank you for watching.